Okay, so I'm gonna out myself today. I'm a bit of a bag guy. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that I love backpacks and slings, and I've tried everything from Bellroy to Air to Patagonia and everything in between to try to find a sling that works for me in various different scenarios. In fact, my fiance makes fun of me for having so many bags. Honestly, I have way more than her. Now you might be thinking, Eddie, why are you telling me this? And the reason is because I want you to trust me when I tell you that I may have found the best bag if you're looking to build out a portable studio based around your Osmo Pocket 3. Let me explain. So this is the Elements Tech Case Max by Alpaka. Starting with the exterior, one thing that I really like is obviously the X-Pack material and its water resistance nature. I also really like that it's really unassuming. Like, it's such an unassuming bag. Like some other slings and bags that are specifically geared towards camera users or camera equipment, they look like camera bags, right? And I think when you're traveling and you're out and abroad and you're carrying equipment with you, expensive equipment, because an Osmo Pocket isn't cheap, standing out is not something that I really like to do. I'd rather my bags be very inconspicuous, very nondescript, and just very like incognito, if you will. And this bag is the definition of that. If you look at the exterior, it's got very minimal branding. You do have the Alpaka logo right here on the side. But besides that, it's relatively plain, and I love it that way. Another thing that I like about this tech case is that it's not necessarily a sling first or a case first. So the way that this kind of works is it comes with these attachment slings that you can add to the case itself. But you could definitely use this as just a tech case, like a desk caddy. It tends to sit up by itself pretty well. You don't necessarily have to hold it up, or like it doesn't tilt over like a lot of slings tend to do when they don't have like this flat bottom, which this case has. It has this external D-ring here that you could attach extra stuff from Alpaka that they sell in case you wanted to have it wrap around your waist. I don't particularly like that, so I just kind of carry it like this. Starting from the front pocket here, you will see that this is a very simple pocket. Honestly, there's not much going on in here. It's kind of just like a dump style pocket. No key ring, lanyard, or anything like that, like some bags tend to have in these front pockets. But I kind of just keep chapstick in here. Maybe even my wallet. Honestly, I don't keep too much stuff in here, but like flat stuff fits perfectly fine. No problem, easy to access, easy to kind of just like reach in, grab, take it out, whatever it is that you need to put in there. There's also, it's very interesting. I just found this out while doing this review. There's a pass through here that kind of goes in through the bag. I don't know if you can really, the camera's really picking it up here, but there is a cable pass through. So you could run a cable, like if you had an internal charger in the main compartment, and then you ran the cable through there, you could definitely put your phone in the front and charge it and like have it kind of, you know, coming out the bag that way. Kind of a nice to have, but not something that I see myself using anytime soon, to be honest. But yeah, it has that if that's what you're looking for. Moving up to the top part of the bag here, you'll notice that there's like this carry handle here. You know, when I bought the bag, I thought the carry handle was going to be just this whatever part of the bag that I wasn't necessarily super interested in using myself. But I've actually found myself using it a lot more. And simply because when you grab the bag like this, it holds its like shape pretty well, and it's much more easier than grabbing the sling like this, and then your camera's kind of like gears all kind of to the side. And I found myself using it a lot more than I initially thought I was going to use it. It was a nice to have, definitely well designed by the crew over there. On these zippers, they're relatively smooth. I don't know if they're YKK or not. I don't know. One thing that I like about this is that there is some locks here. You can definitely put like a TSA lock or some sort of lock. Opening up the bag, it kind of like opens up accordion style here, and you can already kind of start seeing inside the bag here. This is the X-Pack edition, so the internals has this bright orange that makes everything kind of just pop, and you're very quickly able to see your gear. Okay, so moving into the bag here, you'll see that I carry a few things here. These are my Beats headphones that I always carry with me, and then here is the Osmo Pocket as well. I don't have it in the carry case that came included with it. I opted for the Sunny Life plastic cover from the Osmo Pocket simply because I got this magnetic cage that allows me to attach the Osmo Pocket to different surfaces that are magnetic, as well as kind of just stand it on its own. It has like this freestanding mode that is pretty handy. So the pocket kind of just sits there in the front and center of the bag there, in that main like bucket compartment. And then moving on to underneath the lip of the grab handle here, so like towards the front of the bag here, we have these two different pockets for storing different things. This is where I keep the tripod that came with it, and as well as the attachment for the pocket. And then I also store the battery handle that came with it as well. So both of these kind of just live in this front left pocket here in front of the bag. That's very quickly, like very easy to just grab and use. And then if we were to move over to the right side here, on this right pocket, I carry the Hollyland Lark M2 microphones that I have. These also work with the Osmo Pocket 3. You just need to have the USB-C adapter that connects into the camera, and then you're able to use 2 mics. I personally prefer these a little bit. Just the sound quality to me sounds a little bit better, in my opinion. And also like that they're way smaller than the DJI mics. But because I did buy the creator kit for the Pocket 3, I do have a extra DJI mic here that I also store in that same front right pocket of the Alpaka bag, the Tech Case Max here. So that's kind of my microphone side. This is kind of like my utility side where I have the adapters and the battery. Over here I have the microphone stuff. Pocket kind of just sits in the middle here. And then if I were to move over, the divider here in the center of the bag has a lot of different functions as well. There's the zipper in the front where I kind of store some smaller accessories for my camera equipment. So in here I keep a USB-C, micro SD to SD card reader. I also keep a few extra SD card adapters as well as some extra micro SDs for extra space for the Osmo. And those kind of just sit in here like these little subdividers within the zippered pocket. On the left here, I keep the USB-C transmitter for the Pocket and for the Hollyland. So I just connect this into the Osmo, and then I'm able to connect my Hollyland microphones to the Pocket using this dongle here, and that kind of just lives there as well. On the right side here, I just put the ultra wide lens adapter that came with the Pocket. Yeah, it's still in the cover that it came with because I tried it on a couple times and I honestly didn't notice a difference. So other than for protecting the glass, which I already put a screen protector on the camera, I don't see much of a use for it, but I bring it along just in case because I don't want to lose it. So that lives there. And that's it for the zippered pocket here. Over here, you have like this magnetic pouch that exists within the divider. You know, you can store a pen in there, but there's also a holder for pens there. I kind of like to put a pen up here instead of in here because when I'm reaching in for stuff in the zipper, it's just a little bit easier to flex things around if there's not something rigid inside of this divider, but you can definitely put like other small objects in there too. On the back end of the divider here, you'll also notice that there's similar pockets to what we find in the front, but honestly, other than storing maybe some small flat objects, I wouldn't put too much stuff in there. While this can pack a lot, I don't like to overstuff it because then the bag tends to get very big. And then this back portion here, there is another divider, and this is specifically for an iPad mini, which is pretty cool. I don't necessarily have an iPad mini. The closest thing that I could have to that is maybe my Kindle. So I kind of just, you can kind of put your Kindle in there, and that's kind of what I do. In theory, if you have an iPad mini, you could definitely put it in here, and then this is your portable studio. Like in theory, with the adapter for the USB-C and the micro SD cards, you could pull out your iPad mini, plug in the SD cards from your Pocket, download all the footage out, and then start editing it on the iPad. And you literally could have an entire portable studio on this bag. It's relatively compact, it's very inconspicuous, and obviously if you go to Alpaka's website, you'll see that they have a bunch of different colors. And so if you wanted something that's a little bit more to your taste, you definitely could find colors. They have, just on the website at the moment, they have hot pink, hot red, mulberry, blue, purple, like they have all kinds of colors. So if you wanted something that's a bit more personalized to your style, you definitely could get that. You don't have to opt for the all black, kind of like I did, but it's just kind of how I like to travel. I do definitely think that as far as it goes, in terms of organization, this is basically all you need to like go out and you know, capture footage and feel like you have the right amount of equipment without necessarily having to bring your entire bag. Oh, one thing that I forgot that you could definitely still put in here that might be super handy is some sort of key light. This is what I have here, just an Ulanzi RGB light. Definitely could just fit in there. I would really say that something like this is a lot more versatile and also allows you to pack extra stuff that you might be more specific to whatever it is that you're gonna shoot on this trip or on this journey, or even if you're just grabbing the bag. Like the way I see it is the best camera that you could use to create content is the camera that you have on you. And most of the time that ends up being my phone because I don't want to take my GH5 off if it's set up here on my desk and take it with me. But with the Osmo Pocket 3, it's specifically within a bag. 'Cause in general, I tend to be a sling person and I carry slings with me. This just fits so perfectly. And it's very easy for me to just kind of have this by the door oh, we're gonna go get coffee. Perfect. I just grab this because it has my wallet, it has my keys, my AirPods, and we can head out for the day, you know, go to the farmer's market, get some footage. It makes it easier for me to capture moments, right? So by setting up this bag for me to just grab and go and capture stuff without really having to think about like, oh wait, did I bring the microphones? For example, I just got back from a trip where I was in San Diego for a few days and I was making some videos and content. And I can't tell you how much of a fool I felt like when I went into my backpack and I forgot my microphones. And I'm recording there in the hotel room and you can hear the echo and everything because I forgot my microphones, or I forgot my light. So now the lighting looks kind of weird. So having a kit like this that simplifies the creation process by removing a lot of the thinking that you have to do, and just, it's like a grab and go kit. Head out for the day, capture footage, and just kind of enjoy my time without necessarily having to think about what I'm bringing with me. All right, thanks to you so much for watching, guys. If you stuck all the way through, I really appreciate it. I know this was a bit of a long one, but I kind of want to just go over what I had put together here. I was quite proud of myself. And yeah, if you like this video, you should definitely subscribe. I would love to keep making videos for you. When it comes to YouTube, I have this philosophy that you should make the type of content that you yourself would like to watch. And one thing that I love to do is to watch other people's ADCs and like what they carry in their backpacks to kind of get inspiration for what I should bring in my bags. So if you got any value out of that, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment. Maybe you can tell me what bag you're using. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.